Well, hello, colleagues and students. I'm delighted to be here. I want to thank you for spending some time with me as I come to you this month to offer my monthly update. Today is June 22nd, and it is a particularly grateful day for me that we're on the other side of the legislative session and almost coming to the end of a fiscal year, celebrating, I think, another outstanding year of work done here at Nevada State on behalf of a profound mission of students and a community that we believe deeply in. I'm proud of the work that we have done, we being the collective, we being this community of scholars and teachers and learners, and all of us who worked each and every day to be a part of something profound. We are in the process of renaming Nevada State into Nevada State University, and I thank you for being an integral part in this journey along the way. As you may have hopefully seen in my correspondence to each of the college members, you will see that we are in a phased rollout of the new name. We recognize there are a lot of parts that go into a renaming, and some of the big things people think immediately about signs and poster boards and letterhead and all that kind of good stuff. There's also the other parts of it, which are things that happen behind the scene, the official notifications to the Department of Education, our accreditor, and all the things that go into that. So we're being very systematic with us, and I need you to help me with that. I know that you're excited, you're ready to roll out, and you're saying, let me order new business cards, let me roll out and go get new stationery and swag. Be prepared, there's going to take us a little bit of time, and that's okay. As my sister suggested to me, that we're just going to milk this as long as we can and do it in a very deliberate way. I've asked our marketing department to draft some operational guidelines, because this signifying moment for us is not just about changing the name, it is also our becoming. We're moving into our 21st year here of living and serving this community and mission. And as a result of that, we're going to formalize a few things that are essential to how we operate in this space, particularly around how we use our brand, our logo, how we talk about the work that we do, and how we support departments and programs who come to the institution needing that work to be done. So be on the lookout for that. You're going to see some things. We're also awaiting some official guidance regarding diplomas. I know that's something that a number of our students are interested in, diplomas prior to the July 1st implementation date. More come, but just be ready for that in the near future. So what I will tell you, that this was my first legislative cycle here, my first biennium, as I have come to find out affectionately, that's what we call it. And I would tell you that there are a few adjectives that I could use to describe it, none that I would do on camera, but what I will tell you is that it was valuable. I got to learn a lot about the culture and spirit of this state, the wonderful folks who work so hard on behalf of the issues and people of Nevada, and it was an honor to be there. I also want to give just a big shout out to some of the victories we extended and had this year in terms of summer school programming and funding for our nursing program, enrollment restoration, a host of the things, including our renaming. And we were able to do that because we have a small, very small, singular, but mighty team that supports this work that's being done. I want to give a special shout out to Anthony Ruiz, who is our voice and face in Carson City. I was told over and over again that we were well represented there. I try to make periodic visits, at least probably 2 to 3 times a month, to be there. And it was important as it was my first session, but I also know that it was important because I was able to demonstrate my support of what Anthony was doing, the ability to support the NC system as we advocated on behalf of the things that are important to us. But I really want to thank Anthony. It was kind of amazing that he relocates his life for that period of time and really did a great job of answering all of my questions, and including my inability to remember all the bill numbers. The only one that I remember is the one that counted right now in this moment. So it's important for us to be able to thank the people who help us get to where we are. I also want to say that you're going to be seeing some other things come out as a result of the legislature. The legislature did endorse the governor's request for a funding formula study, so you're going to be seeing that come out. We've seen and had to respond to the governor's direct directive regarding remote work. We're also working on details based on feedback that we received from NC even just this morning about this. So you're going to see some information come out very specifically regarding the information as it relates to professional COLA that the Board of Regents will be making a decision on, hopefully at this meeting next week, very essential to that. We know that classified COLAs have already been decided, but for the rest of the employees within the institution, we know that the Board of Regents is looking at a number of issues related to that. Recommendations that the presidents may have made, very interested in the fiscal environment and trying to be thoughtful about that, and thinking about long-term sustainability. So all of these factors will be a part of the June 30th meeting, but I'm very grateful to have been able to advocate on behalf of the interests of our institution. We had a wonderful event where AT&T gifted laptops to our TRIO students. I really want to thank one of our foundation board members who was phenomenal in making that happen. He was able to bring not only those students those laptops, but also they have a year of support based on an initiative that we see happening within AT&T. So very grateful to Omar for that work and look forward to his continued leadership on our foundation board. I also want to say that you may be seeing a lot more folks around campus this summer. Not only are we full of visitors, I see just even today several conferences that are taking place and renting our facilities. A lot of high schoolers going around, including all of the folks who are going to be a part of our orientation programs that are important. But we got a lot of middle schoolers going around. Really want to congratulate Tom Nichols, our Workforce Development Director, and his team for launching our first ever, quote, Scorpion STEAM Academy for 10 to 14-year-olds with several different themes around robotics to digital art. We were able to secure a grant from MGM that is supporting this, and able to partner with the Boys and Girls Club to really make sure that this is an opportunity for kids across the valley. And it's quite fun to see the energy. Space is still available in some of the, because there's a weekly camp, so please feel free to engage and take advantage of that. I'm hopeful that many of us will do so. Just a couple of things. I always like to end these with something after I've told you a lot about what's happening within the college community, to talk a little bit about an ask I'm going to ask of you. We are, and I believe deeply, and I try to live my life this way, that planning is important. You'll often hear me talk about a planning and budgeting cycles. Budgets are just a reflection of plans. So I'm asking each and every one of you, if this is a call to action, as you're thinking about this upcoming year that you're like, we just finished a year, now we're getting ready to start another one. Yes. Working on our plans are very important. I have asked my team, and Dr. Amber is taking the leadership with this with the executive team, to come up with an operational plan that looks at issues quarterly. What are the things Q1, which starts July 1, that moves through each of the 4 quarters of the year, so that we're able to not only have an operational roadmap about how we're going to get things done, but at the end of that to assess where were the successes, where were the opportunities where we can show up a little bit differently in the future years. I've asked all of the members of the executive team to be a part of that, so I'm sure, positive, that many of you are going to hear about this in your department meetings and other team meetings across the institution. I'm looking forward to us being able to have a clear roadmap in the upcoming year that allows us to operationalize our strategic plan and also think deeply about how we're going to measure our success in that space. So I came into my office yesterday and I had these beautiful flowers. Don't know where they came from, but those flowers were really congratulating Nevada State and where we are right now and all the things that we have been able to accomplish in the last year. A lot of hard work, a lot of highs and some unfortunate lows, lots of celebratory moments in between that. But there was this quote of John Wooten, the famous NCAA coach, who talked a lot about success and is often noted for his leadership. And not the leadership where you're saying, oh, we always win, but it's the journey that is equally important. And he said, stay the course. When thwarted, try again. Smarter, persevere relentlessly. I love that idea that no matter what, Nevada State University is going to work hard. We're that engine that never stops. We believe so profoundly in our students and our mission, and regardless of where we operate in the institution, we all have different roles we play. I'm reminded of another quote, and I'll end on this, where we had different folks talking about movements, and every movement has people playing different parts. There's some who are going to be at the front of that movement, who are going to be making sure that voices are heard. There are going to be voices in the back of that movement, making sure people are heard. There are going to be people who fund the movement. There are going to be people who serve us in courts. There are going to be people who are going to be the social workers and the teachers and all of those things. But all of us play a different role. We can't play the same one. And I'm grateful that our perseverance has allowed us as an institution to continue to thrive. I am pretty sure that Nevada State is only going to experience continued success in how we do this. We have some wonderful examples of how we've done this already, and I'm tremendously grateful to each and every one of you, our employees and our students alike, who choose to be a part of making the next great state university. Take care, and I'll see you next month.